Evening, everyone. I'm not certain how many are in the stream at this point. We're gone. We started early. ISO and I are going to run the invaded missions just to get a feel for these builds. We're both basically running the same build. It's built around backfire, 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, Memento, and 1 piece of Yawl. All the Hunter's Fury are rolled to hazard protection. The Yawl piece gives you 10% hazard protection, and then it had 10% hazard protection on it. It's been optimized. It's got crit chance. Hey, Nate, how's it going, bud? And on paper, it doesn't look like it's fantastic. The weapon damage is quite good. It's 157.1 K damage, 42% crit chance, and 50% crit damage. But the backfire gives you up to an additional 200% crit damage. So this should hit harder than it looks on paper. And the weapon damage is actually really good. The talent for the backfire, dealing damage to enemies as a stack of 1% crit damage up to 200 stacks lasting 10 seconds. On reload, apply 10-second bleed. We're not going to bleed because we've spec'd into Hasbro, and we are at 96. Where are we now here? 96% bleed resistance. I'm not certain the exact number that you have to be over in order to not bleed. It's 93, 94, 95%, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact number. But I'm at 96, so that should be pretty decent. This is basically, if you watched the stream last night, and I know, Nate, you were there for it, I took the Umbra pieces off and put the Hunter's Fury on to get the bonuses from the Hunter's set. So we got shotgun damage, plus 15 shotgun damage, plus 15% SMG damage. We've got 20% armor on kill, 100% health on kill, and then the Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your enemy disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So yeah, with Scorpio it would be. I don't know where my Scorpio is. It's on one of my other characters, so I don't happen to have it on me. And then the Endless Hunger talent from the chest piece increases the duration of Apex Predator stacks from 10 to 30 seconds. So, yeah. What we're running is the rock and roll for the shotgun, and then the backfire. I'll be honest, when I ran this, you know me. You know me from where? So I ran this earlier, and I don't think I came off the backfire the whole time. So okay, we may have played together. I think that's the build in a nutshell. I am running, because I'm running the firewall specialization, I am running the firewall striker shield with 8% shield health, 8% active regen that comes from it, and then the 5% damage bonus. So that's hilarious, Nate. So we are going to be using the shield to our advantage, and then we're running the striker drone just for some added damage and some take a little bit of aggro off of us. So that's the build in a nutshell. The other builds that we're going to be playing with, this one you saw last night. It's built around Kingbreaker and the Ninja Bike. It's Umbra with 1 piece of Hotshot and Picaros. It actually works really well. And then the last one, we're going to hold it as a little bit of a surprise. We will have a look at that one later. Basically, it's built around the flamethrower. So, one of my clan mates, ISO, is in here with us. He was in the chat last night, for those of you that were watching the stream last night. We're going to run through the invaded missions. I think we've already cleared the bank. And just so that you're aware, we're running 3 directives. We're on hard mode, but we'll probably run... I think we're going to start the first one on challenging just to see how the builds synergize together, and then we'll see if we can manage heroic. But with 3 directives, probably challenging will be enough. All right, Preference of bank headquarters or Jefferson Trade?
No preference.
Black Tusk has taken over the Jefferson Trade Center. That like
Jefferson Trade.
And I don't know if you saw that I posted the bleed resistance and all the immunity thresholds
still time.
in
Oh,
the chat.
oh, I did not. I will go look at that in a little bit.
But basically, yeah, it is 93.8 for bleed.
That's really good information. So you got to be across basically 94% or greater of bleed resistance in order not to get bled from the backfire.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, we're on challenging 3 directives, and if you're ready, just do you know what directives we're running?
Yep, I can see.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go.
Black Tusk are going after the Shade Node. If they get to it, just get in there and stop them.
Going in.
Bullet being assembled by hostile.
Weapons free.
Hostile completed. The golden bullet. Warning. Unauthorized network access detected.
That's awesome.
Damn, they've already reached the Shade Node.
Yeah,
Get
this
there as
is,
fast as you can.
don't think challenging is going to be an issue.
No, I don't think so. We'll try Grand Washington on heroic. Guy almost fell on me. Clear.
Fun as it is burning everybody with the flamethrower, this is quite a lot better.
Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. This is way higher base damage.
Oh yeah.
System reactivated.
One thing we can try a little later as well is I'll pop. The world is on hard, so we can actually do some of the Auntie speed runs. That hurt.
They were trying to access the Shade database.
Just a scratch.
Hope we stop them in time.
Hate to interrupt, but there's another helicopter inbound. Looks like Black Tusk reinforcements.
'Tis but a flesh wound. That's just silly.
Rogue agent detected.
Rogues.
This will be kind of cool.
Rogue Restorer Hive detected. Hostile Restorer Hive detected. An agent needs assistance.
That's getting me back up.
Roger that.
Rogue sniper turret detected. Hostile sniper turret detected. Rogue incinerator turret detected. Hostile incinerator turret detected.
Need to pounce this over.
All right, coming to you.
Thank you.
You still alive?
Watch out for the sniper turret.
Rogue agent eliminated.
I think you've still got the fragile armor debuff from our previous one.
You don't have it too?
I don't think so.
I mean, I see it on your screen.
Oh, maybe
I
it-
guess it just hasn't procced yet.
Not for me, anyway.
System disrupted. System. Hostile assembling a golden bullet. System malfunction. Hostile completed a golden bullet. Received.
Going for the
golden
upstairs right one.
bullet.
Going for
System
left.
back online. System
This
disrupted.
one's down.
System reactivated.
Nice.
have to check the logs to see if they accessed any sensitive data. But I think we're okay. Good work in there.
That went pretty well.
Yeah. Not bad at all. I am going to give that a try, Nate. We did that in 10 minutes and 44 seconds, which is not bad for challenging. Almost identical accuracy and very, very similar damage.
Nice work, everyone.
Your crit numbers are better, which is that's nice.
Interesting.
Just trying to see how much bag room I still have left. Should be fine. I'm gonna head. We'll head directly there if that's good for you, Grand
Yep,
Washington.
that's good. Sure. Yeah, still got a lot of room. Because you were sitting at like 40 crit chance, right?
Yeah, 42.
Hostile control point.
Okay, yeah, I think I have like a 10 extra, actually. So.
Okay, this one's on heroic. We'll see how we make out.
Alright.
Here we go.
Getting that Black Tusk assault team out of there is your main objective. There are a few high-priority targets we want you to neutralize. The codenames are Puck, Roadblock, and Carver.
Hostile assembling golden bullet. Golden bullet received.
You're gonna have to do this room by room. We have zero intel on how they're set up on site.
See if the body here has the key for this mission.
I just grabbed it.
Cool, thanks.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go deep left.
I'll go to the right then. Actually, why?
Agent
It's
down.
getting me up.
Okay.
Hostile completed. The golden bullet. An agent needs assistance.
Thanks.
Serious trauma detected.
This angle is all bad.
Confirming that Puck is down. Good work.
Coming to you.
Continue clearing the building.
Thank you.
picking up some encrypted chatter in your vicinity. Assume they know you're coming.
I was thinking the normal version for the hyena's box.
Ah, gotcha.
There is a black dust box back in the corner over here.
Yeah, I grabbed it a little earlier.
Cool.
Agent down. System malfunctioning. System back online. Immediate medical assistance needed. Hostile has full golden bullet. Agent received a golden bullet.
Roadblock has been neutralized. One priority target remaining.
Yeah, I couldn't get down to you safely, so
Yeah, no worries. That was kind of a bad spot. Could have played that a lot better myself anyway.
yeah. I'm gonna heal up just to get rid of that debuff.
Hostile assembling a golden bullet. System disrupted. System restored.
Heads up. There's movement on the roof. They just sent multiple squads back down into the building.
So how's everyone doing today? How was your day? Countdown. Interesting. It does sound like a cool build to run for that. Why is it always the last kill in the room?
Literally.
Yeah.
Another batch of reinforcements just headed down from the roof.
This is when you need the one of the memes from the most interesting man in the world. I don't always get the golden bullet, but when I do, it's the last kill in the room. Okay, last kill in the room. Cool. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but there's a dead body in the laundry room when we first come in there, and if you search them, they have a key, and that's the key that opens this room. The keypad is right there. Yeah, all right. My day was, well, it was work, you know,
taking up
so
defensive
it
positions around a mobile command post topside.
works.
If they've got a command station, you should pull data from it.
But I did go out for a mountain bike ride, and you know, things, stuff, but mostly work. I'm gonna stick close to the thing we gotta protect.
Alright. I will do the opposite then, I guess.
Ready?
Download initiated.
I didn't really think this all the way through. All I've got is shotguns and assault rifles on, or SMGs on this build. Nothing really for any range.
Hostile completed. The golden bullet. 25% complete. Complete. Hostile assembling golden bullet. Golden bullet received. 75% complete. System malfunctioning. System back online.
Yep, last kill in the room.
It's all 3 priority targets down for the count.
Reinforcements entering the building on the ground floor.
Roger that. Agent, You're gonna have your hands full.
I'm gonna duck back in and show him where that body is, where we got the key to that secret room.
Yeah.
Going far left.
That ballistic shield!
An agent needs
I'm
assistance.
just getting me back up.
Okay.
Nice.
All clear. Black Tusk appears to have abandoned your location.
All right, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit just to show where that body is. Or perhaps I can't. No, it's locked.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
Very cool. 1443, not a bad time, considering, you know, we weren't, it was on heroic.
Yeah.
Stronghold. We can't let them get too comfortable in there. Ready when you are.
Hostile control point nearby.
All right, so when you run in, the first room that you go into, it's not gonna let me do it. Hang on. I'm just gonna restart the mission as standard, just to show them where the key is. Just give me 1 sec.
Okay.
You're right next to the Grand Washington Hotel.
Okay, here we go. That should get their attention. Head to the service entrance on the east side.
Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
Once you're inside, find
Last
a way
kill
to
of the
get
room.
in.
All right, this is the laundry room. If you come down this hallway, there's a body propped up against here. If you search them, you can see it's search body. There's the key to that room. We've already looted it, but that's the key that you're looking for.
Hostile radio intercepted.
All right, we can head to the DUA.
Everybody, get
Alright.
to the atrium.
Shit. Saint's here.
The who now?
Hyena.
But that's how you find it. All right, so the first build, this is Hunter's Fury Memento build. Based around the backfire. So all the pieces are rolled to hazard protection. Anything that'll take a bleed resistance mod has a bleed resistance mod. So it's 4 pieces of Heartbreaker all rolled to hazard protection. It's Memento and 1 piece of Y'all with hazard protection, because you need to get that extra 20% from the Y'all piece. Excuse me. And then with the mods, you end up, you got to be over 93.8% bleed resistance?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got to be over 93% bleed resistance to not get the bleed from backfire, and we're sitting at 96 even. So we're across the threshold. We've got decent overall hazard protection with the 70%. So if you get foamed, you're not going to stay stuck for long. If you got to run through fire again, it's not going to bug you for long. ISO is running an almost identical build. So he's running 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, all rolled to hazard protection with bleed resistance mods. He's running and I think it's 2 pieces of Cheska to get the 10% hazard protection, because that's what he happened to have. So one piece of Cheska with Vigilance and 1 piece of Cheska with Obliterate. So for his stats, he is only at 63.5% bleed resistance. So he does take a little bit of bleed, but it's not doing massive damage to him. So that's the build I'm running tonight. I'm also running the rock and roll named shotgun, named ACS-12. I'm not really using it. I'm using the striker shield because it's giving me an additional 11% damage. So basically I'm leaning right into SMG damage as hard as I can. With the hunters, let's go with this one. You get 15% shotgun and SMG damage. You get 20% armor on kill, 100% health on kill, and then you've got the Apex Predator, which amplifies your damage by 20%. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. If you kill them, it disorients them. Disorients the other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage for 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So up to an additional 25% amplified damage. And with the backpack, it increases the Apex Predator stacks from 10 to 30 seconds. So you've actually got some pretty decent damage numbers going on. Memento, I think everybody fully understands what Memento does for your build. And then the single piece of Yawl is there for the hazard protection and hazard protection. The backfire itself is expertise 13. It's doing really good damage. Now that number wasn't that high, but I've got full Memento stacks. So you can see it's hitting, it hits really hard, considering what it is. Yeah, you have to get over 93.8% bleed resistance, and then it negates the bleed. And then the trick is putting together a build. Hazard protection builds tend not to be powerful builds by themselves. And if you look at the stats on mine, I'm only at 42% crit damage. On paper, I'm at 50% crit damage, but if I'm hitting my shots with backfire and I'm fully stacked, that's an additional 200% crit damage. So potentially 250% crit damage, but I'm only at 42% crit chance. I'd like to get it up a little higher, but I can't. There's no room on the build unless I get rid of Memento, and I'm not willing to do that. So it kind of is what it is. And then I'm running the Striker drone just to draw a little bit of aggro. Now we're running this on Heroic with 3 directives. And the directives that we're running tonight are Fog of War, Fragile Armor, and Special Ammo. With this type of build, Scavenge Skills, I mean, we're killing enough enemies that it probably wouldn't be a big deal, but I think Pistol Arrow is the wrong choice for this build. We've got another build where we could run all 5. And we're going to showcase that in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to swap builds. I'm going to go to the Kingbreaker build for this one.
All right.
Now, you saw the gameplay on what we just ran, so that was with the backfire. What I did with this build is I wanted to build it around Kingbreaker, but overcome some of its shortcomings, i.e. stability, accuracy, all of that sort of stuff. So it's based on 3 pieces of Umbra with the Ninja Bike, so 4 pieces of Umbra. And then I put in a piece of Hotshot to give an additional 30% weapon handling. So that's accuracy, stability, and reload speed. So the Kingbreaker is hitting at 137.5. But check out the reload time. It's at 1.5 seconds before we get Golden Bullet. When we get Golden Bullet, it's almost an instantaneous reload. The rate of fire goes through the ceiling as well. so I'm getting the buff from Umbra for the rate of RPM, and then if we get Golden Bullet, we're also getting that. I've gone we're using the Technician so that we can run the linked laser pointer on this one to proc Perfect Flatline. This one's running the Crusader Shield and the Striker Drone. The last piece on here is, so we talked about Ninja Bike, and I figured if we're going to do that, we may as well run the Picaro's holster because it basically gives you the double, it gives you all 3 cores basically by doing it that way. You've got armor, weapon damage, and a skill tier. And the reason for that is the shield is now a tier 6 shield, and the drone is a tier 3 drone. So it's a pretty decent build. You have to be a lot more conscious of the into cover, out of cover, into cover, out of cover in order to maintain the RPM up and the weapon damage up to where you need it to be. But it's actually a pretty decent build.
Detected. Nearby
You
location.
good to go?
Guarded by hostiles.
Yep.
I'm just going to build up my Umber stacks before we go. Sorry about that. All right, good
Fine.
to go.
All right.
Big building, so be prepared to secure both concourses.
Hostile assembling Golden Bullet. Golden Bullet received.
Once you clear the exterior, do a thorough pass on the first concourse.
Yep. You're going to want to pop a health pack at some point. You get 2 debuffs on you.
System disrupted. Serious trauma detected. System restored.
Keep clearing out Black Tusk as you find them.
Nice job. You get 3 debuffs now. But who's counting?
Thankfully, you.
Take him out, Agent.
Well, I got all the black tusks that I needed.
Nice. me actually double check what else I need.
All I've got left is kill hostiles while they have the golden bullet. I'm at 46 out of 100.
Yeah, I have that one and a little bit of weak point.
Oh, cool. Well, you should be able to fry through some weak points with that build.
System malfunctioning.
First one's down.
System reactivated. Agent down. System disrupted. Hostile completed. Golden bullet. Immediate medical assistance needed. System back online. System reactivated.
Going for the second one.
System malfunctioning. Electronic device detected.
Probably a computer. Check to see if there's anything useful on there.
Download complete.
According to this report, Black Tusk was covertly supplying the hyenas with tech and weapons for months, just to keep the city at a constant boil. Now, they aren't just stealing hyena supplies, they're taking back their property. I can't believe the Black Tusk were supplying the hyenas this whole time. Explains a few things, though.
An agent needs the system. Hostile assembling golden bullet. Golden bullet received.
I'm gonna go check. I'll go take a look. Busted! Targeting enemy. What the hell?
Yeah, you got that right, Christopher. It does suck when they have it. And we're running heroic with just 3 directives, so I think we got med kits at the end of this next room, if we need them.
Alright.
And I'm going to use it.
Activity in the mall, but I can't tell what they're up to.
Give me 1 sec.
Oh,
Just restacking up the Umbra. Let's try that out without a frog in my throat. Restacking up Umbra.
Satellite
I'm going high.
uplink detected.
Find the source and cut it off.
Bypassing encryption.
That was awesome.
yeah.
Can't remember if there's any more.
I want to say there is. It might be when it finishes.
I think so.
Or it might be like at like 90 or 80.
Terminating satellite uplink. Hostile assembling a golden bullet. Agent received a golden bullet.
The uplink has been disconnected. Good work. I'll get our tech guys to try and analyze the data they were pushing, but it looks heavily encrypted. For now, just keep moving.
Hey, this is Lane. I think we got everything of value from the warehouse. The hyenas kept some weird shit here.
Roger that. The division is nearly at the garage. Don't let me down.
Whoever Lane is, sounds like he's waiting for you in the garage. Time to go say hello.
I'm honestly curious how these builds would handle legendary.
It'd be, yeah.
I'll go take a look.
System disrupted. System restored. Agent down. Hostile completed. The golden bullet. An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected.
I think we're in trouble.
Agent down.
Yep, I'm down.
Yikes.
I got blinded. I couldn't see anything. And you're down too, right?
Agent vital signs 0.
Yeah.
My bad. Played that a little too aggressively.
And back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Yeah, well.
I've got it.
Once you clear the exterior, do a thorough pass on the first concourse.
Agent down. Hostile assembling a golden bullet. Golden bullet received. System malfunctioning. Golden bullet complete. System reactivated.
Keep clearing out Black Tusk as you find them.
Enemy on the move! Fuck me!
Take him out, Agent.
System restored.
Taking a lot of heat.
System disrupted. System reactivated. An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical
I'm
assistance
down.
needed. System
I get sniped.
curtailed.
Director's out to get us
Agent
now.
incapacitated.
Hey, Garrick. We're getting impatient. We need to slow down and reset. Alright, let's do this.
Redout's disrupted.
System malfunctioning. System restored.
I'm working my way back towards you.
Mark.
Hostile assembling golden bullet.
Reloading! I'm a target! Have some!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Clear the exterior. Do a thorough pass on the first concourse.
Golden bullet. Serious trauma detected. System red. Hostile has formed golden bullet.
It's always the last kill. In the...
Black Tusk as you find them.
That figures. Chunga had the golden bullet, and now he's dead, and there's nobody else to shoot.
System restored.
Sigh.
That's the way it goes.
Yep. I think it's the nature of this. Oh, I got 2 med kits that time. Hang on.
Take him out, Agent.
That went better.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Chunga and a gold doggo on this side. Chunga has the golden bullet.
Golden bullet complete. System. Hostile assembling a golden bullet. Electronic device detected.
Probably a computer. Check to see if there's anything useful on there.
Download complete.
According to this report, Black Tusk was covertly supplying the hyenas with tech and weapons for months, just to keep the city at a constant boil. Now, they aren't just stealing hyena supplies, they're taking back their property. I can't believe the Black Tusk were supplying the hyenas this whole time.
Activated. Golden bullet refreshed.
So we just have to play the garage. Well, play all the rooms a little more or less aggressively, especially the garage.
Yeah. Freaking hate the garage.
Treat it like it's legendary.
Tango is using a tactical shield.
The grenade doggo. Oh, fuck. I ran face first into that one.
Oh.
Whoops.
Seeing activity in the mall, but I can't tell what they're up to.
Yeah, Garrick, I think both of us have played this a dozen times on heroic. Going high again.
All right.
Satellite
See if I can get
uplink
that sniper
detected.
if they're in the
Find the
same
source
spot.
and cut it off.
No controller this time. Yep. Let me know when you're in position.
In position.
Okay.
Bypass encryption.
I love that sound. So for those keeping score, excuse me, ISO is running a Hunter's Fury based build, so he's playing in close. I'm running the Kingbreaker based build with Umbra. Speaking of which, let's get my Umbra stacks back. Once we're out of combat, I'll do a quick review of the build. Basically, it's Ninja Bike backpack, 3 pieces of Umbra, Carlos holster, and a piece of Hot Shot for the weapon handling to tame down the Kingbreaker's inherent inaccuracy.
Terminating civil. Golden bullet active.
The uplink has been disconnected. Good work. I'll get our tech guys to try and analyze the data they were pushing, but it looks heavily encrypted. For now, just keep moving.
Okay, this is Lane. I think we got everything of value from the warehouse. The hyenas kept some weird shit here.
Roger that. The division is nearly at the garage. Don't let me down.
Whoever Wayne is, sounds like he's waiting for you in the garage. Time to go say hello.
Very nice, Garrick. ISO, give me 2. I'm just going to run to the washroom real quick.
All right.
We'll be right back, everybody. All right, everybody, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Received. Golden bullet.
That's getting me back up.
System
It's
curtailed.
gonna go bad.
Yeah.
Golden bullet being assembled by hostile.
Thank you.
I don't understand.
It sounded like a hell of a fight.
That looked
Now,
better.
process of elimination says that K is in the arena, which means heading through the old hyena drug lab.
I did have to leave and go get ammo, though.
By yourself. Advancing on tech.
Refreshed. Golden bullet.
The remaining Black Tusk have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Kay is cornered in the arena. Take her out.
System restored.
I'm gonna stay near the back.
Alright.
Hostile completed. The golden bullet. An agent needs assistance.
Get this one!
Well, that went a lot better.
All hostiles neutralized. The arena's back under our control. Good work.
Or it went what?
I said that went a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Oof. 231 kills to you. Very nice.
That was a lot of damage.
Yep. I'm going to run back to the White House for a sec. Offload. I know, right? Suppression with an AR. That's supposed to be an LMG.
It's not gonna be easy, but I'll be here to help you out. Godspeed and good luck.
Gonna come back to that one. Do you need the profit?
I do not. I appreciate it though. Is there anything you need?
Not really.
Fair enough.
Garrick, it's probably about 97 to 99% complete. Actually, that's a really good point. Actually, I'd say it's probably 100. Oh, no, I got a rifle one here. Interesting. So I could go through this one at a time, but you can see here with the attributes, 10 out of 12 are at maximum. So which ones am I missing? Accuracy is not quite at 100. And crit chance. So it's things like that. It's little tiny percentage points, and I'll be honest, it's been it's this kind of stuff. It's in the attributes where I'm not quite at maximum. So not as close as I thought, actually. Call it 90%. Ooh, pistols can use some work. So it's stuff like that. It's the attributes that they're that are a little off. Yeah, it's basically what I used to do, and I've fallen out of the habit. Is I'd come back from a mission, I'd mark everything. Where are we? Yeah. Mark everything as junk, or everything that I wasn't going to keep as junk, and then go visit the bench, basically. Once my expertise got all the way up, I stopped doing it. I just got lazy. Yeah, exactly, Garrick. I need to get back in the habit of doing that. Because I'm close. It's like you saw there. I mean, it's just attribute stuff. I've got all of the major stuff taken care of. There's always things to spend your expertise on, and that's kind of where I was going with tonight. I'm at 22 when the next season drops, so in June, it'll take it up to 23. My advice is worry about your weapons. When you've got all of your favorite weapons, and that includes your specialization weapons, to the point where you're happy with them. I mean, getting them to 10 is relatively easy. Getting them to 15 is not too expensive. It's that getting them from 15 to 22 in this particular case is brutally expensive on exotic components. I think the last 2 levels it takes 20 per level, so it's friggin' expensive. But let's see if I have enough at this point. I was actually making, yes, well, I can take it up one more level. So my flamethrower is at a tier 4. I need more receiver components, but we're going to play into this a little bit later tonight. So this is kind of what I'm working on. So all of these can be made, well, certainly make them proficient, but you can actually increase the expertise on them so that they do more damage. The cool thing about this is it like your skills is account wide. So if you roll a new character and run it through Warlords as an example, they can take advantage of the greater damage that your skills will do, or the active regeneration that a shield has, or in this case the additional weapon damage that any of these specialization weapons can do. So where I was going with this is spend it on weapons, spend it on things that do damage. Don't necessarily spend it on your gear pieces, because if you look at this one, the Ninja Bike, it's proficient, but I haven't spent anything on it. Its armor is 131k. If I increase the proficiency or the expertise up level 1 to 1% more, it's 1% of 131. So it's a smaller incremental change overall for the cost of it than it is for increasing the damage from your weapons, which is, it's that adage that a dead enemy can't shoot you back, so you don't really have to worry about defense. Yes, your skills and your specialization expertise is account wide. So just to prove, well, let's prove the point. So it's the flamethrower, right? So I'm just going to switch builds. So the flame, you can see here the firewall, the flamethrower is at expertise 5. Let's have a look. I'm just leaving the group for a second, ISO. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm just proving yay or nay whether whether I just shoved both feet in my mouth.
All right. I am very curious about that.
Safe area detected.
Oh, it is not. My bad. No, it's just the skills. I was speaking out of my hind end.
No, yeah, I was afraid of that. But
Damn
okay.
it. Oh well. Your skills are, though. That I can confirm.
Weird that the spec weapons aren't, though.
Yeah, it is, because they're like your skills. I mean, they're just there.
Mm-hmm.
I made the assumption. Oh, crap.
Safe area entered.
Hang on, Garrick. I'll actually switch to my mule character, which was my brand new one. Just went through Warlords.
Safe area detected.
So you can see well, both of these are at expertise 10. No, the skills are not, though. Like I said, these ones, or this is expertise 10. It's got 10% additional damage, and I did that on my main character. And then I assumed incorrectly that that also applied to the specialization weapons, but that is not the case. So if you're wondering why all the gray gear here, when I run a character through Warlords, I'm only doing it for the watch levels. So with the original gear, I actually take it or make it a loadout, make sure that they're all favorited, and then hang on to them for the entire run. When I'm done, I re-equip this loadout and then get rid of everything. So that's how I manage it, because these ones, if you break them down, they give you like, the weapons give you like one receiver component instead of the multiples, or one protective fabric. It's just, they're useless basically. So you may as well just stick them on the character, because you're going to delete the character anyway when you're done. What you can do it at any time. It's just of limited value until you're Overwatch level 1000. So as an example with me, and I mean, yeah, I've been playing the game for a while. 800 of your points go into these quadrants, and there's nothing you can do about that. So if you subtract 800 from 4,200, what's that? 3,400 scavenging points is what I end up with now. And what I found going through this is the first 1,000 seemed to take forever to get there. Once I got to 1,000, all of a sudden I was at 1,500. All of a sudden I was at 2,500, and it seemed to roll through like that. You're able to, once your watch level is all the way up, you're actually able, especially solo, able to clear content faster, because you've got, this one would be weapon damage. This one is headshot damage. This one is crit chance, etc. You guys know your way around this. But because those are all 10% greater, you can get through content quicker. Therefore, you can get experience or XP quicker. Therefore, you can go up levels quicker. So, and you also, the more you play the game, the smarter you get at it, or get about it. It's absolutely nothing for me now to, especially running with a crew, to come away from at the end of the evening and go, holy crap, I went up 15 levels. So yeah, health doesn't ever stop. You can see that these, you only get the 800 points, and then once they're maxed, but your health pool keeps going up and up and up with every level. But for me, it's all about these scavenging points. What I found early on is, when I was, somewhere around 1,200 to 1,500 watch levels was when I started doing this for serious. I'd go through a character, burn through it, and it would be gone in 10 minutes. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can burn through a character, very, very fast. But because my expertise is all the way up, I'm using this for optimization mostly, for crafting pieces. Yeah, see, ISO went up 19 levels so far today. It's just that's basically what it is. It's just time in game is all it comes down to. There's nothing magical about it. And for right now, resource convoys and stuff like that, especially with Golden Bullet, is still your best bang for your buck in terms of expertise, non-glitched, or I guess legal way to quickly get XP.
Safe area entered.
Exactly, Garrick. Everything gets easier. The higher your watch level, everything just gets easier and easier and easier. I guess it's in some ways it's an unfair advantage insofar as I can go craft a piece, put it in my stash, load up my mule character or my Warlords of New York character, completely max it out, optimize it completely, put it back in my stash, and carry on. Whereas someone who's low level, it's something that you have to chip away at over time, and it can, like, I know when my watch level was much lower, I can remember taking a month to get a piece fully optimized. It's just the nature of time in game, basically, is what it comes down to. So as far as the builds, for some of you that came in a little late, this is the one that we ran initially. It's built around backfire. So in order to not get bled from backfire, you have to go over, and ISO actually looked this number up for us. It's 93.8% bleed resistance to not be affected by the bleed from backfire. The way I set it up is I'm running Memento for the obvious reasons. I'm running Hunter's Fury, and all of the Hunter's Fury pieces are rolled the same. It was whatever weapon damage they rolled with, and then switched it to hazard protection. The mask, backpack, and chest piece all have bleed resistance mods. And then I'm running one piece of Yawl that has hazard protection on it. Plus, so this gives you 20%. So that was the important piece that you needed, is you need one piece of Yawl that has hazard protection rolled on it. So that's this build in a nutshell. I'm running Firewall with this one. So you get the Striker Shield. It's a tier 3 shield, but you get an 11% damage bonus per enemy with the shield. I've got a +5 mod in it, plus whatever the shield gives you inherently, and then a striker drone just to draw some aggro. And from a stats perspective, it's at 42% crit chance. That's basically, I got what I got because I needed hazard protection on all of those pieces. It's showing 50% crit damage, but backfire, if you're hitting your shots and you're fully stacked, gives you 200% crit damage. But you can see the damage on this inherently is 125.7. When Memento is fully stacked up, it's 30% above that. So I believe it was 141. I'd have to go back and rewatch the stream to see for sure, but it hits hard. Plus you get the amplified bonuses from the Apex Predator and all that other stuff. So this actually is what ISO is running as a version of this. So this was build 1. This is a lot of fun to play with the Golden Bullet. The backfire's got a nice big magazine, 56 rounds, decent RPM, and it hits hard. If you look at those numbers, they're very similar to what you get with Kingbreaker, except it's got a higher rate of fire. So it lacks the range. The range drop off is fairly severe. I mean, that's, I think, 20 meters. That's just a guess, but that looks like it's about a fifth of the way up. So you start losing damage at 20 meters, and by about 35, you're I don't even know what that is, probably 5%. Decent reload speed, but again, with Golden Bullet, it's almost instantaneous. And then running the rock and roll shotgun as a backup or secondary. So that was build number 1. We ran that for a couple of missions, and it's a lot of fun to run. Load 2 that we've been running the last number of missions with is built around Kingbreaker, and I wanted to run Kingbreaker with the linked laser pointer with the technician specialization, but I wanted to overcome some of its inherent shortcomings, which is lack of accuracy, lack of stability. So went with 3 pieces of Umbra to give crit chance, reload speed, and then from the light into the from the shadows into the light. So you're into cover, out of cover. Out of cover, if you're stacked, you get a crit damage increase and a rate of fire increase. And then when you take cover, you get back 0.8, or each stack gives you 0.8% of your armor. So it's about 40% armor regen with the way this build is built. These are all Hasbro. So that's that was because I was using that for the other build. So I need to actually re-roll these because this is not hitting anywhere as hard as it can. So that one's crit chance. That one's Hasbro. Give me 1 second. We're going to do 1 chance and 1 damage. All right, so those stats should look a little better now. So we're at 53% crit chance, 57% crit damage, but again, with Umbra, it buffs your crit damage, so this should hit a little bit better, and 85% headshot damage. The last piece, or 2 last pieces of the puzzle, I went with Picaro's holster because I'm running the Ninja Bike, because that way we get a double version of one of each core. So we've got armor, we've got weapon damage, and then we've got the skill tier because of Ninja Bike. And the last piece was a piece of Hot Shot, and this is, like I was saying earlier, this was intended to overcome some of the shortcomings by giving it 30% weapon handling. What that equates to is a 1.5 second reload time and much better stability and accuracy than stock. So that's what I'm running with this build, and you saw it on the last. I'm still getting the perfect flatline proc because we do have the linked laser pointer, and then running the rock and roll. So that's what this one is. The last build, we haven't pulled it out yet. We're going to do that with some resource convoys at the end. This one is built around group farming of resource convoys. So this one, your primary is actually going to be the flamethrower. So it's 4 pieces of tip of spear. There's a mix of armor regen and status effects. And then everywhere I could, I threw protection from elites on here because it's a little bit squishy. Basically, I'm running the rock and roll shotgun, and that's just to get the golden bullet, and then everything else is done with the flamethrower. So it's 4 pieces of tip of spear. I'm running tardigrade because it will help me and it will help my allies when we're doing this. And then the last piece is a piece of Golan for the additional status effects and status effects. So that one is more, this one's more based for, or built for farming. And I threw tardigrade on there because I got it this morning on one of my missions and it seemed like it would be a decent addition. I'd like to keep the backpack because of its talent, because it increases your signature weapon damage by 20%. Whereas, and I don't know if I've got it on here. I don't know if I've got a chest piece. Yeah, it increases it from, if you've got aggressive recon, up to 40%. So we might have to rethink this. But then you lose tardigrade. So I have to rethink this. I mean, we could lean right into this completely and then throw on Fox's Prayer for the damage to targets out of cover. We'll test that out. That's what we're going to do at the end of this when we start running around. Oh. All right. That one will have to wait. So all I've done basically is I just put status effects on this, and we can swap that around. Could put another piece of gold on for the armor regen, but I think it's I think we're better off with the damage to targets out of cover. So anyway, we've got the pieces on us for this now. All right, I'm done babbling at the camera ISO.
All right.
So I guess we're off to Tidal Basin.
I guess so.
Roger that, Garrick. And thank you for reminding me to take it with me.
Civilians in danger.
Legendary? No. I almost clicked on legendary.
That would have been brutal.
Yeah, that would have been just frustrating.
Golden bullet being assembled by hostile.
Why are they wearing white?
Yeah, right?
Hostile completed the golden bullet.
All right, you ready?
We need to retrieve the antivirals before Black Tusk can move them somewhere safer. Head down into the sinkhole and locate the maintenance pump room. We rigged explosives there that should get you inside the perimeter once you detonate them.
I think the only part of this that's going to suck is dealing with what's her name at the end.
Wyvern.
Yeah.
Okay, now find the detonator. The explosion should cause a cave-in that'll put you just inside the wall of the base.
I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit.
What build are you going to run now?
Just gonna run one of my normal ground turret builds.
Cool.
I haven't played too much with it on Golden Bullet, so.
Proceed. Golden bullet. System curtailed. System reactivated.
That's actually the cool part about Golden Bullet is you can play it with absolutely anything.
It's like Hollywood's a pain if you're not using a explosive build.
Yeah.
A lot of other ones are
Encrypted
just.
signal source detected.
That sounds promising. Could be a way to intercept Black Tusk comms.
And I'm slowly getting there. I'm at 60 now out of 100 for the ones that have the gold bullet.
Look for a terminal that you can patch Isaac into.
So
You're gonna
have
get
checked in a couple minutes.
Yeah, I've got mine pasted on my desktop, or not desktop, but you know what I mean.
Enemy transmission
Yeah,
intercepted.
I need to do that.
This is Wyvern. Prep the helos. We need to get these antivirals out of here. The division is inside the compound.
You need to make sure none of those birds get
57.
airborne.
Yeah, are you? Is that the last one you need?
Wonder what that unlocks.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an
Yeah,
eye
same.
out.
So after we do this, or get this completed, I say we do
Containers are ready
some
for pickup. What's the status on those helos?
general running
Gotta be a
around. I'm
few
going to
more
switch
minutes.
over to that
We're
flamethrower build.
working on it.
Shit, copy that.
Sounds good. Probably try it again too.
Cool.
Find a way to keep those helicopters grounded.
Wyvern, the helo's out of commission.
How the fuck did that happen? This situation needs to get locked down. Now. See to it personally.
Copy that.
Hostile assembling golden bullet.
Sounds like you're gonna need all the help you can get. The support team is standing by, but you'll need to figure out a way to get them through the main gate.
Very skimpy on the drops in this room. Or in general, actually.
Yeah, I think I've only got 2 drops so far.
I've gotten 2 or 3. Turret 1 down. Going for turret 2.
System. Hostile has scored golden bullet. Agent received a golden bullet. Agent down.
To your right.
System back online.
You're welcome.
We're pinned down by turrets at the main gate! Find a way to disable them.
Ready?
Just about.
We've been compromised. Reinforce the main gate sector.
Put up a
Switching ends.
open fire!
System curtailed. System reactivated.
Ops end.
Hostile S4 golden bullet. Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
I'm ready to open the gate as soon as the area is secured!
System malfunctioning. System restored.
Now locate those antivirals. As soon as you retrieve them, send up a flare to signal the support team. We'll stand by here and cover your ass.
Okay, listen up. Plan B. We'll transport the antivirals by hovercraft. I want these cylinders on separate vessels.
Intercept those cylinders. We can't let Black Tusk get away with a single sample.
Most of you know about the gear case that's over on this side, but there's actually a rifle case on the opposite side as well. It's tucked over in the corner behind the fence.
storage device detected.
That's gotta be the antivirals.
Golden bullet. Receive.
We're bringing a cylinder on board now.
Enemy spotted. Keep them away.
Additional cold storage device detected nearby.
Get that second antiviral cylinder. The support team will secure the first cylinder in the meantime.
Good to go.
Wyvern, hostiles captured one of the cylinders. They're trying to intercept the other one.
Hold the bridge and protect that cylinder.
Golden bullet being assembled by hostile.
Requesting support fire. We've got hostiles on the bridge.
Request denied. We can't risk those antivirals.
Copy that.
Good hit. This is Thunderbird. I'm making an attack run on that hovercraft.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
Negative, Thunderbird. They'll tear you to pieces.
Friendly took a bad hit. Never on the way.
Hey, so 437 golden bullets meet.
Copy that.
God.
Good work.
But we're not keeping score. Except I am.
I'm hit. Losing control.
I used to know the math on this,
That helicopter
Nate,
took out
I
the turbines.
think.
We're fucking stranded.
Wyvern,
I don't
you need
remember.
Exfil on foot
It's
right fucking now. We need
54
those
or
goddamn antivirals.
74 exotic
Want me to
components to
run
take it up
away?
to 21.
I thought you knew me better than
It's a
that.
lot.
This is an order, Wyvern. Wyvern, do you copy?
Like I said at the start of this, getting it to 10 is just receiver components and flags and stuff like that. It's actually not so bad. Getting it to 15 is not that expensive. So, like anything else, you know, pick and choose what you're going to apply your levels to. Ooh, I got one. Of course, it's the last kill in the room.
I meant to save that other one for you, but I got him too quickly.
And it wore off before we get in here.
Golden bullet received. System back online. An agent needs assistance.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I see you got a golden bullet.
I did. And that's why I left you down.
I would have done the same. No reason to waste a good golden bullet.
No, it's you know. Oh, I got an Adrestia, which is odd because this character has a nemesis.
Like, is it in your inventory?
No, it's not it.
Is it just in your stash, or is it on another character?
I think it's on another character.
That's probably it then. I think you can do that to get Chatterbox and Liberty.
Okay.
Again, on the same character too. Well, I guess Regulus
Out
too.
of your goddamn
Yeah,
mind.
I've got 2 Regulus now, and that's
So that's what I'm gonna do.
for exactly that reason. I
Christ,
started
she's
using
insane.
another character
Agent,
for
do
raids.
whatever you can to prevent the launch of those rockets.
Ooh, I snaked you.
That you did.
Rocket launchers are loaded.
God damn it, Wyvern, stand down.
Negative, sir.
I'm getting rid of that debuff. I think you got a double debuff.
You're right.
So, which side do you want to play, like middle back, or do you want to play on the left-hand side by that launcher?
Probably the launcher, but yeah, I can take the left-hand launcher.
Okay, I'll play middle. I'll back you up.
All right.
I'll get the 2. If you get the box facing the launcher, I'll get the other 2.
Won't be disappointed.
Could be good.
Target locked.
Middle one's down.
Initiating launch sequence.
Jesus Christ. Everyone, this is not a drill. We need to evacuate the building right now. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Other one's down.
Hostile assembling a golden bullet. Hostile has full golden bullet. Rocket launch backup power.
Your side.
Activated. Launch sequence.
All right.
Initiated.
I'm gonna remember killing you. It's been a while since I could say that about anyone. Come to save the day, huh? But you're a real goddamn hero.
Oh no.
Agent down.
Got blown up.
System malfunction. Rocket launch backup power. Activated. Launch
Yep, I'm
sequence.
down.
Initiated.
Okay.
Vital signs critical.
Not good.
System reactivated. Rocket launch backup power. Activated. Launch sequence.
Looks like it's a far
initiated.
one.
Immediate medical
Oh,
assistance
and
needed.
of course I got sniped. In cover.
Agent down. Agent deceased.
Anything you want to do differently?
No, I don't think so. I think that was going okay until it wasn't.
Fireworks?
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed. Target locked. Initiating launch sequence.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone, this is not a drill. We need to evacuate the building right now. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Hostile has full golden bullet. Rocket launch backup power.
Nope.
Activated. Launch sequence initiated.
Got the front.
Attack's done.
I'm gonna remember killing
I'm moving
you.
up top.
It's been a while since I could say that about anyone.
Got it.
Received. Golden bullet.
Come to save the day, huh? But you're a real goddamn hero. Enough small talk.
An agent.
Dang,
needs
again.
assistance. Rocket launch backup power. Activated. Launch sequence initiated.
There, we're fucked.
Yeah, that's mine.
Rocket launch backup power. Activated. Launch sequence initiated. Golden bullet being assembled by hostile.
Hoping to get to a safer area if you could pick me up, but
Vital signs critical.
We gotta get over to the other one. Like most Ricky Tick. We get 20 seconds.
Ah, crap. It's gonna be too short.
Yeah, we're done.
So long, fucktards!
All right, let's swap it up. I'll take the left if you take the middle. That way you can use your skills to better maximize, or to maximum effect.
Alright. I'll probably put my turret in the same place, but
Here to see the fireworks? You won't be disappointed. Target locked. Initiating
one's taken
launch
care of.
sequence.
Everyone, this is not a drill. We need to evacuate the building
Far
right
one.
now. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Hostile has formed golden bullet.
I've lost battery. You got the chunga?
Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch sequence initiated.
Got mine?
I'm gonna remember killing you. It's been a while since I could say that about anyone. Come to save the day, huh?
Move up top
You're
if
a
you've
real
already gotten yours.
goddamn hero.
Yeah, good call.
Enough small talk.
System disrupted. Rocket launch backup power
Oh, fuck me.
activated.
Oh,
Launch
jeez.
sequence initiated.
Like my shield went down and I went down almost
Immediate
instantly.
medical assistance needed.
Yeah, all my stuff's down and she's just locked on me.
Yeah,
System
you're
back
fine.
online. Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch sequence initiated.
Yep.
Agent down. Agent vital signs 0.
All right, let's rethink this before we go diving back in.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna switch to a Heartbreaker build.
Okay, I'm gonna switch. To my legendary skill build.
Okay.
What the hell? I don't have capacitor on me? Really? Shit. Test subject it is. And I'm going to play from a little further back.
Alright.
Here to see the fireworks?
You know what? I have an Artificer on this build. I might have to swap to a revive.
Target locked. Initiating launch sequence.
Everyone, this is not a drill. We need to evacuate the building right now. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Golden bullet being assembled by hostile. Hostile completed the golden bullet.
If it's gonna go, if you're gonna go down, now's a perfect time to do it. Got my skills on the jungle.
Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch sequence.
Middle one, I'm gonna go
initiated.
take care of it.
Alright.
Back's down, front's down.
I'm gonna remember killing you. It's been a while since I can say that about anyone. Come to save the day, huh? But you're a real goddamn hero. Enough small talk.
Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch sequence initiated.
Let me see if I can get over.
Back's taken care of. I'm moving up.
Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch sequence initiated.
Got the front.
Cool. Turret's in a terrible spot. I'm heading to you. Gotta get the top one.
Agent down.
And that's me down. I'll kind of head over towards the middle, but I might be a little hard to get at.
System malfunctioning.
You're all up there. We're fucked.
System reactivated.
How much time do we have left?
34 seconds.
Golden bullet complete.
I'm gonna heal and try and run up there. Of course, Wyvern's literally up there with Golden Bullet.
Yep.
Starting to piss me off. Painless is no longer an option for you.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
System disrupted. System restored.
There's a sniper at the
Vital signs
back.
critical.
Wyvern, what's your status? Wyvern, come in. Wyvern. Fuck.
Received. Golden bullet.
Now we just have sniper dogs. All right.
That'll work.
sure to collect the antivirals Wyvern was carrying. The antiviral cylinders
I
are
really
secure.
like
We'll
my
make sure
skill
they get
builds,
safely
but they
extracted.
never really work well around explosives.
Yeah, this build is actually, I'll show everybody this one. I'll talk in them. I'll keep the push to talk hammered down so that you can hear what I'm talking about. This is one that I think it was Fam that came up with it, and then I took it and ran with it.
Sir, we've got enemy helicopters on approach. Should we knock them down?
Need
Negative.
19
Hold
more
your fire.
hostiles
Can't
while they
chance
have the
those
golden
cylinders getting
bullet.
destroyed.
Ooh, I got a Picaros and a point
That's
man.
a bit of luck. Agent, you managed to secure
Nice.
the antivirals
Nice.
and
I got
shut down
the
a
grudge
key
and
Black Tusk
cherished.
stronghold. Not to mention preventing a rocket attack on the base of
All
operations.
right, so if you inspect,
Incredible
you'll be
work,
able to
Agent.
see what.
Truly
Just a second. I'm
incredible.
going to look at the
But
stats
there's
first.
still more to do.
Yeah, I think I remember it. Yeah, it's nice.
Very, very nice. All right, so build. Normally I run capacitor with this one. Apparently it's in the stash. So it would be capacitor and harmony, and then the orbit pistol. It runs the memento bag. It is a 6 skill tier build, but it's a weird one. I'm running 2 pieces of Brazos. So the mask with crit chance and skill damage. The intention behind this is that you're going to do as much shooting as your skills, so hence the crit chance. Again, with the capacitor, it inherently has about 75% crit damage. So where possible, we've basically I took the pieces that I would normally put on here, where it would have skill haste. I changed that to crit chance and kept the skill damage. So there's piece 1 of Brazos. The other one is Picaros with skill damage and weapon damage, and then it's 3 pieces of Empress. This one needs some serious optimization, but you're running Overwatch. So if you stay in cover, you and your allies' weapon and skill damage is increased by 12% as long as you remain in cover or cover to cover move. This one has crit chance and skill damage, and this one has skill damage and skill haste. So that's the build in a nutshell. It's at 1.3 million armor, which is pretty decent for a skill build. You've still got... It shows as 4 here, but you've got 1 passive from Technician and 1 from the second attribute from the Brazos. So it is a 6 skill tier build. The turret is doing 127.7 damage as a tier 6. And the drone is doing 79.8. The cooldowns are not fabulous, but they're not bad. Where are we now here? 15.5 seconds. The best I've ever gotten them to is just a tick over, or just a tick under 11 seconds is with fully optimized with skill haste. So what I find is there's not a massive trade-off. If you start taking skill haste off of a build, it's still going to be pretty decent. The other advantage of this one is you've got the skill efficiency from the 3 pieces of Empress, and you've also got skill efficiency from the Memento. The disadvantage of switching to it that late in the game is the Memento was never completely buffed all the way up, so I was lacking the even the long-term buffs. But this one you can solo legendaries if you take your time. And I really don't know how well it plays with Golden Bullet because I don't think I had one that whole room. Or maybe I did right at the end. I'm just going to go over and see how many stars I've gotten so far. Got 12. I had 16 from earlier that I already bought 2 name caches with, so that is 28 so far today.
Even when it seems like you aren't doing anything. Good to see you.
Thanks. This will boost my inventory. Thanks for the deal.
I switched to my flamethrower build.
I repeat,
Alright.
Oh, excuse me. Heading to Capitol Building to go after a resource convoy.
Alright.
Hostile control point identified. Golden bullet being assembled by hostile. Hostile has full golden bullet. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Sake.
Incoming hostiles detected.
So the you start to need exotic components at anything past 10. It starts off pretty gently, like you need 1 to go from 10 to 11. It's an exotic component, a flag, and a... God, hang on. SHD calibration, so I think it's 1, 1, and an exotic component, which I don't even think I have any with this one. Nope.
Hostile control point nearby.
And then basically you need 1 more exotic component for every level past that. So I think it's 1 for 11, 2 for 12, 3 for 13, etc. So it starts to add up in a big hurry.
Complete. Agent received a golden bullet. Detecting position.
The cool thing about Golden Bullet is it reloads and it also resets your hang on, I'm just going to cancel this. So if you're using a specialization weapon, as long as you're getting kills with the Golden Bullet, you won't run out of ammo. We just happen to be using the flamethrower. Excuse me. Another build that would work really, really well would be, like a headhunter using the TAC 50. If you're generating enough damage with the TAC 50 where you're consistently getting kills, it can be really powerful because, again, with this tip of spear where you're generating specialization ammo, and you've got Golden Bullet where you don't actually, you're every time you get a kill, you regenerate it. It's incredibly powerful. I went the wrong friggin' way. Do the crash site control point?
Mm-hmm.
If you're running around doing territory controls and resource convoys and stuff like that, be careful with doing the actual control points and reset them from time to time, because as you take them over, you start to inhibit the spawning of all of the things that you're looking to farm.
Yeah, 100%.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
Control point secured. Well done.
Something got me.
Agent down.
I think it was the last shot of that cannon.
An agent needs assistance.
We've been more careful since they had a golden bullet.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Agent killed.
Did you throw your hive at me? Yeah, it didn't do anything.
Hmm.
It just stared at me.
always the last enemy.
Yep.
Reinforcements en route. Hostile has formed reinforcements have arrived. Hostile detected.
That one better.
Yeah, that was real easy.
Supply room access unlocked.
Thanks for showing up. You really saved us back there. Oh, thanks. I don't know that we could have done that without you.
We'll hit a couple more things, and then I'm probably gonna head off to bed. Just south of Air and Space Museum.
Hostile broadcast detected.
There are others out there trying to pit you against us, telling you we're bad people. But the only bad people are those who sit idly by while the world tears itself apart.
So this is the tip of the spear flamethrower build. We'll go over it again just before we finish. Actually, I'm going to review all three builds.
Incoming hostiles detected. Hostile assembling a golden bolt.
Next one's a gunshot.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
We're right beside a propaganda broadcast.
It's time to face reality. Only the true sons are willing to do what needs to be done. There are others out there trying to pit you against us, telling you we're bad people. But the only bad people are those who sit idly by while the world tears itself apart.
Hostile broadcast picked up. Access key detected. Progress halted.
The division are real
Manual
Don't fall for
override
their lies.
required.
You're smarter than them.
Progress resumed.
Yeah, the flamethrower makes spawn camping a little too easy.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easy.
Manual override required.
Alright.
There's another one this way.
Hostile broadcast detected.
At what point is death the merciful option? I'm not saying it's easy, but the true sons are willing to make no disruption and do right for everybody.
Last kill.
We used to fear an all-knowing heartless technology. We wrote stories about the dangers of artificial intelligence. And now, that disease has become a reality. We have handed our lives over to Isaac. An unhealing pet that decides to make us die. I know it's frustrating, and neither do you.
Access key detected. Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles. Progress halted. Manual override required. Progress resumed. Golden bullet complete. Manual override required.
Engaging!
Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
Come to the theater and we'll show you.
Elite resource convoy.
Alright.
Hostiles guarding location nearby. Agent down.
Oh, I guess it was in the middle of a public execution.
Nice. It should be fun.
Incoming hostiles detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Proceed. Golden bullet.
All right, I'm going to head back to the safe house, or sorry, to the White House, and then wrap up. All right, so we'll do the builds in order. Build 1, again, focuses on Kingbreaker. It is built around 3 pieces of Umbra with the chest piece. So it increases the max stacks from the shadows from 50 to 100 stacks. So, and from the stack game from 10 to 20. Doesn't take any more time, you just get more stacks. So 3 pieces of Umbra with Ninja Bite gives you 4 pieces. Running Picaros so that we get a armor core, a weapon damage core, and a skill tier out of it. And then to tame the inherent lack of accuracy for Kingbreaker, we went with 1 hotshot piece for the 30% weapon handling. So what that gives you is a Kingbreaker with a 1.5 second reload time and much better than you would normally expect to see weapon handling and stability. So you can go for headshots. You can do, you know, all those kind of things that I don't normally do with it. I normally would pick something like a Police M4 or a Carbine 7 for its better accuracy. So that was build 1. Striker shield, or sorry, the Crusader small shield and the Striker turret. That was build 1. It does really good damage. It's great from range. It's got pretty decent survivability as well. And that's because of Umbra. So if you're out of cover, you're building stacks. When you dip into cover, it gives you approximately 40% of your armor back. While you're in cover, you're building stacks so when you exit cover, you get a rate of fire increase and extra crit damage. Build 2 is built around the backfire, and basically what I did is I picked some weapons and then put builds together that I thought would work well. So this one is more traditional. It's running Memento. It's running 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury and 1 Yawl gear. And the aim of the exercise with this is to get your Hasbro up as high as you possibly can, and then put bleed damage mods in your 3 slots to get over 93.4% bleed resistance, so the backfire bleed doesn't affect you. So all of the Hunter's Fury pieces are rolled to hazard protection, and then everywhere I can put a mod, it's got a bleed resistance mod. And that's basically the entire build in a nutshell. With this one, because we're running the firewall specialization, we're running the Striker shield. It's a tier 3 shield. It gives you an 11% damage bonus for anything in its arc, and I think it's 10 meters. In fact, it is 10 meters. Running the Striker drone just to draw some aggro and do a little bit of extra damage. And then the backfire itself, payment in kind. When you damage enemies, it adds stack of 1% crit damage up to 200 stacks lasting 10 seconds. On reload, applies a 10-second bleed to yourself, which deals 0.5% armor damage per stack. Now, again, we're negating this completely with the build. So basically, we get, if we're stacked all the way up, 200% additional crit damage. So the way we've got the build set up, it's 42% crit chance and up to as much as 250% crit damage. It hits pretty hard. It's a lot of fun to run, actually, especially with the Golden Bullet, because you're staggering the enemies and you're getting really rapid kills. This thing does really good hard-hitting damage and decent rate of fire. Yeah, its drawback is, as ISO posted in chat, it's damage starts to drop off at 22 meters, so you can take longer shots with it, but they don't do a whole lot. And then this is the build I would use for resource convoy farming. Exactly what you just saw. This works fantastic solo. Now, I'm running tardigrade. I would probably... We talked about this at the start of the evening. I'm going to test it out and then run it again. Swapping out to... So getting rid of the knee pads, putting the chest piece in because it does boost the damage, and then running Fox's Prayer. So basically running it like this. Now I'm running protection from elites mods on this just for the obvious reason. So this would be another way to set it up and run it. So one piece of Golan, and the reason I've chosen that is it adds status effects. We've got Fox's Prayer for its damage to targets out of cover, and then we've got the 4-piece Tip of Spear. The advantage of running it this way is the backpack. So the aggressive recon, dealing damage with signature weapon increases total weapon damage by 20%. You automatically generate signature weapon ammo. And then with this one, it increases the aggressive recon weapon damage bonus from 20 to 40%. So it's, you know what? It's limited value because you are not, it doesn't increase your specialization damage. It increases your weapon damage. So food for thought. Might be another way to try running it though. We'll see what it feels like. And like I said, I'm going to do that tomorrow. But at this point, I'm actually going to wrap up. It's a little after 11. I've had a long day at work, so I'm going to put the dogs out and then have a quick snack and then off to bed. So those are 3 possible builds. And the other build that you saw me running at some point was this legendary skill build. And now that I've got the capacitor, this is how it should look. So capacitor and harmony. Capacitor, it's not great crit chance, but it's 36% and 75% crit damage. So you can spend some time doing some shooting. It's 2 pieces of Brazos to give you skill haste and a skill tier. So the mask and Picaro's holster rolled to skill damage. 3 pieces of Empress and Memento. This, once you've got Memento fully stacked up, you're getting skill efficiency from Memento and you're getting skill efficiency from the 3 pieces of Empress. It's actually a very, you know what? This is missing, I think in my original iteration of this, this had skill crit damage mods everywhere. So this should have about another 15% crit chance on top of it. I'm just not going to go looking for them right now. So that would be 51% crit chance and 75% crit damage. That's how it was set up originally. I don't know what it is about loadouts, but the mods seem to go walkabout from time to time. Basically, if you take any skill build, skill haste, if you maximize everything, so you've got all skill haste mods, you've got skill haste on and skill damage on every single piece, you're going to end up with somewhere between a 10 and 11 second skill cooldown for your turret and your drone, which is really, really good. If you start swapping out your skill haste for crit chance as an example, if you look at the stats on this one, it's a negligible time difference. Right now, this is showing 17.6 second cooldown because Memento is not stacked up. Once we've got skill efficiency going for us, skill cooldowns come back down to, if memory serves, it's 13 point something seconds is where you end up at. So it's a negligible change, but it increases your weapon damage, which allows you to fight as well and do some damage. Capacitor is the best choice for this just because it inherently has pretty decent crit damage. And that's because of one of the attachments. You get 30% crit damage from the muzzle. So those are the builds that we ran tonight. The main thing about Golden Bullet is you can run any build, really. High firing, like Hunter's Fury with a Vector is insane when you get in tight with once you get Golden Bullet. The rate of fire is just, it's like I said, it's insane. And the gun automatically reloads. So you can actually get, especially with Hunter's Fury, you're staggering them into a doorway or into a corner and just picking them off one at a time very, very quickly. So that's probably my favorite build to run. I just decided to try some different guns out of my arsenal just to see how they would play. And some of the guns or gear stuff from this season. So I'm going to sign off before I babble too much longer, and we will be back probably Thursday night before we head back to our old place to do more of my favorite painting. but we're making progress. We're getting closer and closer. So I'm hoping we're going to have the house on the market before the end of the month, or at least before the end of June. And then that's one less thing, or one less distraction. So with that, like I said, I'm going to sign off. I hope you all had a good stream. We had a lot of fun, and we will see you on Thursday night. Take care, everyone.